Hello, December. Can you hear me? Is it still low? Hello.
Hello. Silvo, uh, are we not clear? Or you're still kind of, you're still below? Or you're below? Okay, sure. It's better? It's okay. But you're going to work on the mic later on, so don't worry about it.
What about here? How is it now? Can you hear me now? Mpulira.
It's very easy.
Bweleze. Yangu ekitundu.
Mic check. Is it getting better or still we are having the same issue? Better.
Okay, fantastic. We can get it started now. Yes. So basically, you've been working with Eric for the past 3 months, and you have done a lot of wonderful things with the React and the UI. So basically we have reached the halfway point of our program, whereby we'll be trying to focus on the back end and the technology we have, like we told you would use was Django, and Django, of course, is a Python, framework for web development. Yeah. So let me try to present my screen here, and it's raining this side. Yeah. So please bear with us. But in case you're not hearing, please let me know so that we can do something about it. Yeah. Can we all see the screen? Can we all see the screen I'm trying to project? Yes, Julie. I see Julio is also in the house. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Gertrude. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, we have been working on the front end. So I guess most of you people are very conversant with React. Now on the back end, we are going to use Python, and I know most of you who are at campus, you have touched Python at one point or the other, especially people in that are still at campus. Yeah, but basically we have another one on board. Okay. Yeah. So basically, Python is it's an easy language to catch up on, and I know you people will find it very easy to kind of like jump on this wagon. If at all you have any questions, please just put them in the chat box so that I can try to follow up on them. Yeah. But for the back end, yeah, we could still have used I think JavaScript for the back end using the Node.js runtime, but we're trying to we're going to use Python because basically the issue is Tunga are the ones funding this training. Uh, there are some stack of technologies they use that that they use to work on most of their client projects, and Python is one of them for the back end with regards to the Django framework. Yeah, so and based on the amount of time we have, it's just logical that we catch up on something that will help us run fast. Yeah, yeah. So basically, the use cases of Python, there are quite many, but uh, most of you have heard of IoT, Internet of Things, and this is where the mostly the Raspberry Pi comes in, where there's a lot of buzz around physical computing. Yeah, it's really now like the Raspberry Pi. Actually, it comes out of the box. It supports Python out of the box. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the website for Raspberry Pi into the chat box, so that in your free time you can go and check it out. Yeah, yeah, it's a very, very wonderful small computer that you can use to do a lot of tinkering. Yeah, and it's really, really, really nice. Yeah, I also have a personal website where I showcase some of the projects I've worked on with the Raspberry Pi and Python. Yeah, I will also share the link with you. Next on that, so Raspberry Pi usually, yeah, it works with projects to do with physical computing. Yeah. There is an issue of automating tasks. If at all, the best use case is if at all you maybe you're a system administrator and every morning you have to run a script, or you have to do some things to check whether the internet is on or it is off. It is a very good use case for Python to help you with automating such tasks, whereby you can just run a script to do the pinging for you, and if at all the internet is off, of course you'll get some error messages. Yeah, so Python has a lot of use cases, and of course with regards to web development, there are two kind of like frameworks. There is Flask, and then there is Django. In this case, we shall work with Django. I know you people at campus, at least you have come across Django at some point. I know there are a lot of clubs there. There is Django Girls. There are very many. Yeah, that kind of like help you to learn Django very, very fast, and also so very, very many seminars on this. Yeah. So yeah, then there is also blockchain. Yeah, blockchain, and you know blockchain is the technology on which these cryptocurrencies are running. Yeah. There are very many libraries you can use for blockchain to kind of like create blockchain projects using Python. Yeah, but for now this is just a glimpse of what you can do. Maybe in your free time you can also check out my personal blog. It has a few articles on using the Raspberry Pi and configuring some things now, like VS Code, yeah, there is one tutorial here on physical computing using the Raspberry Pi. I take you through some of the things that you have to do. Yeah, and also there is a code snippet at the end, like you see that we'll kind of like, yeah. So if time allows, of course, we shall be working on this project. Yeah, I know today internet is a little bit slow because people are using VPNs, and so there's a lot of channeling of the bandwidth. Yeah, yeah. Are we okay up to now? Does any one of you have a question before we can move on to the next stage? You can reply in the chat here. Are we okay as per this stage? Can we just continue, or you have any questions? Hello, are we there? Yes, Edina is okay, and I'm sorry there is some rain in the background. There is nothing you can do about it. Yeah. Okay. Those of you who have not yet installed Python on your computers, you can just go and download the variant you want. Maybe one thing I can say about the people that have it on Windows, there is something you have to tick regarding I think including it in your path. Yeah, so you have to take note of that before you move forward. Yeah, because if you don't put it in your path, it will give you issues in the command line. Yeah, but apart from that, everything will be the normal. With regards to Linux, there is a good tutorial you can use. You just say installing maybe Python on Ubuntu. Then you can just add the digital ocean. Yeah. So yeah, so any of these will come up, and yeah, you can just use this article. Just follow it. I'll also include the link in our chat room. Yeah. So yeah, with Python you have to first update your system, then you upgrade it, and then you check the version you're having. If at all you have a latest version, yeah, you may either have 3.9 or you may have 3. Or you may have 3. But 3.5 and above is okay, though 3.6 is optimal. So now, like me, Python 3 minus v, yeah, I'm running 3.8.9. yeah, but I'm also running a version of 3.9. yeah, the one of 3.9 I installed it manually, yeah, which you can do, but basically the features don't differ so much. Yeah, but then you have to install pip3, then of course pip3 you kind of like use it to install most of your packages. I think pip as a whole is quite similar to the way npm works, or yarn, the way people use it to install most of your things. Yeah, so pip3, they are still the same things. Yeah. Okay, moving forward, like I said, with regards to to this. This is now Linux. Those of you who have Mac, I don't think it installations will vary very much. You just have to download and use. Yeah, but currently for me, I'm running Ubuntu. Yeah, Ubuntu 12.04. So things will be a little bit uniform, but yeah, regardless, we'll move on. Yeah. If you're having any issues installing Python, please you let us know so that we can try to help you. Yeah. Okay. Now, getting down to our first topic, per se, it has to do with virtual environments. Yeah. Virtual environments, they are a very big topic in Python. Let me just create a directory here and call it cohort 2. Yeah, let me just create this folder, cohort 2. Basically, with the way virtual environments work, one thing you should know, Python as a language, it is a dependency for and its packages, they are dependency for some of the systems we are using now, like Linux and the sort. Yeah, so we should be mindful of what we install globally in the system, because it may replace or update some of the packages that are being used by the system globally. Yeah, so basically I've created this directory called cohort 2, and I'm going to go to file. I'll go to open folder and I'll look for it. It's here, cohort 2. Yeah. Yes. So once I open this folder, let me try to increase the font. If you're not seeing properly, please let me know. Yeah, because I'm trying to. Yeah, it's freezing a little bit, but yeah. Let's wait for it. Okay. Yeah, we are here now. Yes, so I'm in this folder called cohort 2 that I'm in this folder called cohort 2 that I've just created, and in order to know that you're working in a virtual environment, first of all, you have to use Python. The version you want to create the virtual environment. You very well know that actually Python 2 has been discontinued. Basically, there is no more support for it. So that's why we have to use Python 3.3 and above. Yeah, but right now I'm going to use Python 3.8 since it's the one that is installed on my system. Yeah, so I'm running a command here inside my folder. It is Python 3.8 -m, then VM. The first VM actually depicts that we want to create a virtual environment, and the last one, we can call it anything. Maybe you can call it my env. Yes. So after that, you will see there is a folder here called my env inside here. Yeah. So basically, yeah, but we have created the virtual environment, but we need to activate it in order to use it. Yeah, because if at all we try to install anything now, like maybe pip install maybe Django. This will be installed globally, and it's not a good approach to work with. Yeah, so be very careful with the best way we will know that we're in a virtual environment. Just look at this line here. After the virtual environment is activated, this line will change. There will be some few changes here, and we are gonna see that. So if to activate, you just put a dot, then the name of our environment. Yeah, it is my env, then /bin. You saw there was a folder /bin here, and then we are referencing this activate file. /activate. Then we press enter. So after that, realize now my env is kind of like in brackets before the name starts here. Yeah, now it shows that whatever we are doing in our virtual environment. And actually, if at all we mess up inside this folder of ours called 2, even when we mess up, everything will kind of like even if we delete this folder, it won't affect the whole system at all. So we can go ahead maybe and try to install pip install Django, yeah, something like that. Yeah, so it is done installing, and to know what we have installed in our virtual environment, we can just say pip list. So when we say pip list here, you can see now Django has been installed, and it has come with some other things here. Yeah, so yeah, all these things have been installed in our virtual environment, and the moment we delete our virtual environment, everything goes. Everything goes. So basically, we're kind of like containerizing our project, and everything we're doing inside there will stay inside there. Yeah. So if at all for some reason you want to deactivate a virtual environment, you just type the word deactivate. You will see again this is going to change back to the normal way. Yeah, so when you press enter, yeah, now it has gone back to its normal way. Yeah, so but please don't install things when your virtual environment is not active. Yeah, the good thing with Linux, it stores most of these commands, so you can just press the up arrow, and you'll be able to see everything that the previous commands that you need to do what to work, and then voila, you'll be. Yeah. Do you have any questions as of now before we can proceed? Are we all good? Is everything flowing at a speed you prefer, or is it very, very fast? Please, I need feedback from you people. That's the only way that I'll know that people are actually following and understanding things. Are we good as of now? Yeah, Mildred says we can go back a little bit to the setup. Mildred says I'm a little bit fast. Sorry, I didn't know I was a little bit fast. Okay, yeah, it is okay. Let me delete all this, and we can try to redo it again. Yeah. Okay. Let me. Actually, I've closed that, and I'm going to go to the. This is my folder where there is the cohort 2. I'm also going to delete this folder. I'm going to delete this folder so that I can create a new one totally. Yeah. Yes, so I've deleted the code too, and this time around, so like I said, the good thing also you should know that I've recorded this video in case something is not very clear. You can always refer to this video, and the good thing, we have given you the data bundles, so everything should be spunky. Yes, so I'm going to create a new folder. This time around, actually, let me call it Mildred. Yeah, let me call it Mildred. Yes. So once I create that folder, and when I say ls is for listings, I should be able to see a folder called Mildred. Yes. So I'm just going to open this folder in my VS Code. Yeah. The good thing, people have been using VS Code for a while now. Yeah. So basically, I've just opened the VS Code as it is. It is empty. I just go to File, Open Folder, and then I'll look for the folder called Mildred. Then I'll say OK. Yes. So when this is just a welcome page. So you just go down here until the cursor changes, and you scroll up to access the terminal. So the terminal you're seeing here, actually, it's the same terminal that you have been seeing, the red one. Though VS Code gives us a very good interface of working with the terminal inside our text editor, so things become a bit easy for us. Previously, I created the virtual environment using Python 3.8. Now I'm going to actually create it using Python 3.9. And there is one tricky situation here, by the way. I would want us to dive in first. If at all you have just opened up your terminal just as is, especially for Linux, and you say Python -v, yeah. By default, Python without anything will give you, it will tell you that there is a Python for the version is 2.7.18 from 0.18. Yeah, like I told you, though Python 2.7 is being discontinued, there are some packages or software in both Linux and some other operating systems that still have dependencies that were built using this old software. So that's why such old versions are still shipped with with these operating systems. We can also try Python 3. You see, it gives you Python 3.8.5. That's the default that came with the installation of Ubuntu. But if at all I want to know the Python, the version of 3.9 I have, you see, it brings in Python 3.9. Yeah, and like I told you, 3.9, it actually, this one I installed manually, but these two came with the Linux installation. Yeah. Yes. But after creating the virtual environment and specifying the version you want to use in the virtual environment, you realize that when we run this command without the 3 or 3.9, it will automatically give us either 3.8 or it will give us 3.9 depending on what we use. But just to be flexible, I'm going to use this term, and I'm going to use Python 3.9 -m VM, then the name of the virtual environment. We can call it anything we want. Maybe we can call it we can call it, let's just call it school env. Just, yeah. So you realize then afterwards this folder will come, and one thing you should know, after creating a virtual environment, you have to activate it instantly. Yeah, because creating it is one thing, but activating you will kind of like will help you use it, because without activating it you are still working globally. Yeah, and it's very hard. It's not advisable to work globally, because there is a way virtual environment helps you to containerize your project. Yeah, so to activate it, I'll use dot then space. I think for Windows you use don't use source, is it script or something like that? Yeah. Eric will try to send you the command using Windows. Yeah, but for Linux, you just put dot, then the name of the environment, which is school env/bin. We are trying to reference this file called activate, so /activate. Yeah, so after that you'll see now our school env is in brackets here, which automatically tells us that we are working in the in our school environment. And to know now, actually, once remember previously when we were not in the virtual environment, we ran this command and it gave us Python 2.7 point something. But now when we run it again, bare as it is, since we're in a virtual environment that was created with Python 3.9, so automatically we get the version of the virtual environment we want to run. Yeah, so that is kind of like the trick. So at least you know now I'm running in a virtual environment that I intend to. Yes, so just like npm, I think npm also npm install then the package name. Yeah, but now we're using pip install. At this time around, let's try Flask. Yeah, Flask is also a package that helps us build web applications. Yes, so let me say clear, then I'll do a pip list, and you see Flask is installed here. Of course, it comes with other packages. Click, it's dangerous. Ginger 2, you'll see Ginger 2 in our code, and actually also pip is a package. Setup tools, yeah, there are very many here, but right now our command installed Flask, which is the most important thing we wanted to bring up. Yeah. I must say some of the commands might change a little bit when it comes to Windows. Yeah, but it shouldn't be that hard. You'll get your groove around things. Yeah. If at all you want to experience the awesomeness of Linux and Ubuntu, you can also do a dual boot, so that you can have Windows and Ubuntu on the same machine, which is still okay. Yeah. So Mildred, are we together now? With the little setup. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Now. Maybe to do a detour about where we are going now that we have worked with virtual environments before. There is another package. It's called pip env. Pip env. Yeah, pip env works like Python. No, it works like pip. Yeah, and you try it in your free time, but basically it just helps you to come up with virtual environments a little bit easier. But for now, we can just continue and use fantastic. Elena is here unleashing knowledge for us with regards to the Windows platform. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Erina, for this awesome feedback. We can try it out in our free time. Yeah, but yeah, so there is this package called pipenv. Yeah, but if you don't want to use it, yeah, you can still. It is still very okay to just continue using pip because pip comes installed with Python. Yeah, as its official package manager. Yes. Like I said, we are going to do a little bit of a detour from the lesson, and we are going to look at one of the resources that is a little bit very important. I know Eric might have shared this with you. There is you very well know our funders, the ones funding this program, Tunga. They have a Tunga Academy that has a lot of good resources on most of these materials we are teaching. Yeah, now like they have a lot of info on React. Yeah, I'm going to put this link also in the chat box. Yeah, so that because you very well know with the current scenarios we are in, because even we had to start the session on Monday, but we couldn't do it on Monday because the internet was still off, and by the time it came on, most people had already made plans. Yeah, but please take some time off and look through the Python. Yeah, because with regards to what we need to work with Django, they almost have everything. Actually, they have everything that you need to start off with Django. Yeah, the syntax, the function parameters, the control flow, the lists. Those of you coming from JavaScript, lists, I think they're the same as arrays. We have loops. We have basically this resource it's really good, and Tunga has invested a lot of time in creating this resource. Yeah, so I've actually also shared the link to the actual Python course. Yeah, so please make it a point before the next time we meet. Let's have those basics on our fingertips. Yeah, it will kind of like work in our favor. So getting back to our work here. Yes, so like I said, and we're already keeping tabs on who is following, on who is completing this course. Yeah, because we shall have daily check-ins to know how far you've gone with this course and everything. Yeah, so please make sure you endeavor to finish up, and in case you have any issues, please don't hesitate to ask. And but we have 10 minutes left on this chat. Let's try to do some little bit of Python before we can call it a day. So basically, so we are in our folder called Mildred. There are very many ways we can create a file. You can either come to here and create a file. Maybe you can call it home.py. You can call it home.py. Of course, everything.py shows that this is a Python file. Yeah. With the .py extension, yeah, just like JavaScript, it was .js. You can still use the terminal if you want. If I don't want to use the terminal, there is a command called touch. Then maybe it is about.py. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So going into home.py, we can just try to of course, most of you know the famous Hello World program. Everyone is doing the Hello World program, and also in Python. Yeah, for us, yeah, we use the print. Yeah, you realize with Python we don't terminate like other languages. I think JavaScript you do terminate using a semicolon, and other languages, of course. Yeah, but with Python you just type the print, and yeah, my VS Code is on autosave, so everything just works out of the blue as long as there is no focus. Yeah. So to run the Python, you'll have to start with the Python, then space hello.py. No, actually it is home.py. Yeah. So realize it outputs the what? The word, the string we have specified there. Yes. So basically we have written our hello world program with regards to Python. Yeah, and we are using the print function. Yeah. And maybe before we go any further, and I just want to just put it out there and let you know that everything in Python is actually an object, and everything being an object, that means they have do you all know some of the features an object has? Maybe we can have someone kind of like give us a hint on what you think an object constitutes. There are some things that kind of like some features that tell us what an object should or should not have, or usually has. Any guesses here? You can just type in the chat. Now, like Ola, you have just Ola, I don't know whether you have just come. What do you think an object has that makes it unique? Ola, are you there? I know the VPN is making this session a little bit slow, but are you there? I also saw Julio Dats. I also didn't see in the beginning. Okay, anyone can answer this. What do you think? What is an object? Yeah. Now, like I've said that Python, out of the box, everything in Python is an object. What do you think? What do you think that means? Instance of a class. That is good. And basically, with objects, you will know that most objects have both. They have attributes and methods. Yeah. That's one and that's one feature that you'll get to know in detail. Yes, Julio is also out of the Kamoli. An object is simply a collection of data, variables, and methods. Yeah, these variables you can call them. Yeah, exactly. And methods. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the info. And yeah. So moving on. Let's try to move on because we have around 4 minutes to work. All right. Yeah. So maybe to play with the print a little bit more. If you have two numbers, print can help you to add them up. Yeah, you just add them up and then you print, of course, will return the result. Yeah. So all mathematics can be done like you have been doing in JavaScript. There is if at all you want to use the power, maybe you have 2 to the power 2. I think this is 2 times 2. It has to give us 4. Yes, exactly. The division sign. We have 2 division signs here. If at all you use maybe 50 divided by 4. Yeah, one of you will give you a decimal place, but if you don't want it, if you don't want a decimal place, you'll use that one. That one will round off to the lower bound. Yeah, and then of course we have the normal moduluses, the word. Yeah. So basically Python in a sense makes things a little bit easier. Yeah. With regards to declaring variables, now maybe I can have a variable called word, and then maybe it has a string, a design hub. For those who don't know where we are located, we are located at the design hub. Yeah. Yes. So if you print word. If you print word, it should have design hub there. Yeah. So this is the variable, and if I define a word again, and maybe I give it something else. Yeah. So this one will overshadow this one. Yeah. And of course Python is run from top to bottom. Yeah. So here it will, on line 6 it will print design hub, then it will, then down here it will print, yeah, it will print word. Yeah, it will print friend instead. Yeah, just like it's here. So yeah. So basically this one has replaced what? This one. Yeah. We don't have any keywords now, like I think for JavaScript you have var and let, const. Yeah, but in Python you just say it as it is. And actually the variables work in Python is a bit tricky, though this will be a topic for our session on Friday. Yeah, but I expect you people to look through the Tunga Academy content and get accustomed to this. Yeah. But in Python we have issues. We have as you'll get to know, we have names and we have namespaces, and And so in actual sense, in Python, although we can still call word a variable, yeah, but once we get to know how Python works in most of its ways, yeah, we shall understand the notion of names and namespaces a little bit further, and it will also help you to understand more on how Python works. Yeah, there is also another free book I want to share with you on Python. I'm trying to look it up. Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, there is no single source of truth about information. It is always a good idea to kind of like mix it up. Yeah, yeah, but like I said in the beginning, yeah, in order to work with Django properly, since you have some history with JavaScript, we shall basically do control flow. We shall do loops. Yes, we shall do functions, and we shall do classes. Basically, the object-oriented programming, and then we shall move on. Yeah, because we are in the middle of this program, and we should be done by March. Yeah, so we won't spend a lot of time on Python. Let's start off with let's finish it very fast, then jump on Django, because Django is it's kind of like a big framework. Yeah, it's a big framework that will require some bit of time to kind of like cover more ground. Yeah, so yeah. But of course, as we do a lot of Django and Python, we shall kind of like touch some of the concepts back and forth. Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So can I please get some questions before we can conclude? Let me get 1, 2, 3 questions as I try to get you the book. That. Do you have any questions as of now? Yes, Oliver John Michael. You came in late. How are you? Oliver, are you there? Okay, let me share this link with you, and yeah, you'll go ahead and also look at that book. Yeah, but as of now, thank you very much for coming through. So it looks like no one has any question. Do you have any questions before I can wrap this up? Yes, so my assignment is only one. Please go back and spend some time and look through the Tunga Academy vanilla Python course. Yeah, it's very rich in content. Yeah, at least let it be your first line of action. Yeah. I see even their correspondence to a lot of good content. Yeah, It's spiced up. Yeah. So please spare some time and look through it, and we can begin from there. Yes, Oliver, I failed to unmute my microphone. Is it possible to share the link to the presentation? Yes, it's possible. After the session, I'm going to upload the video, and then I'll share it on the WhatsApp group. Yeah. If at all we are okay with that, I guess I can call it a day. Thank you very much, all those that managed to attend, and I'll see you in the chat. Feel free to leave at your own free will.